Hello folks, Rich Johnson and welcome to World of Tanks. As you might see, I am in the queue for the World of Tanks Common Test Server number 2. And actually this queue is quite small because I'm at number 4437. First time I logged in it was at 87,000. It took a while to get into the test server. For you all out there who has been reading upon it and so on, this test server is about HD modeling of the Tiger, the Sherman NT54, and Sherman the M4, and the historical battle mode, and a new hangar, a new HD rendering of the maps. I believe it was 4 maps. I got the stuff on the website. So yeah, I'm going to show you those things and the new tanks when I get into the test server. But yeah, for now I can't do anything. So I'm just gonna cut it here and see you guys in the garage. Come on! Oh, God damn it! You must be kidding me. I mean, come on. Number 42 contest server just shove 42 people in. God damn it, Wargaming. Come on. Yes. Finally. It took me, let's see here, first video, it took me roughly 47 minutes. Yeah, to get from number 4000 something in the queue to where we are now. Excellent work. And we are, I don't know if that is 15 points number of players, server, total players. Wow. So, alright, okay. 30,000 people online, half of them on the server. I believe, yeah, never mind. As you can see, this tank looks like a big failure, and it is because of the graphics camo shit bug, I don't know what they call it, but this is the new Stug tank. Let's see if we have the old Stug here somewhere. No, it doesn't. Alright, let's I'm going to show you these things. The new tanks first. Here you have the tier 4 new Stug 3B. This is, as you can see, a little detail here. In 1935, Erich von Manstein of the German Army General Staff, in a letter to General, described the idea of building assault artillery to support attacking infantry units. So yeah, this is like this is the assault tank, more or less. And this is the tank destroyer. So you have the assault and the tank destroyer, but here they both works like tank destroyers. So yeah, there you have it, a tier 4 and a tier 5. And as you can see, oops, in the garage, let's see, Panzer 4, where are you? It has side skirts! Look at that! Finally, the Panzer 4 has side skirts. So here you have the Panzer 4 of H. This is the tier 5 medium tank, and they have like, because the Panzer 4 here on the old servers had a Schmalsturm turret and so on, and then they removed that and added these side skirts to the turrets and so on. So actually the old Panzer 4 were one tank with the benefit of many other different tanks. Yeah, sounds weird, but it was many other tanks in one. So when you had a different loadout, it became the same tank. It's different tanks, like the KV. Before KV1 and KV2, there was just one tank, KV, and that one could add a turret of the KV2 and the KV1 and so on. So one tank could be two. But let's see, Tech 3. Now here it is, the Panzer 4H, and they have made the Panzer 4D, which is a tier 4, and the Panzer 4A, which is a tier 3. Let's look at them. Oops. There. Didn't I there. And the Panzer 4D. And filter, Germany, mediums. Here we have it. This is the Panzer 4 Tier 5 tank. This is the Panzer 4 Tier 4 tank. This is the Panzer 4 Tier 3 tank. So just let's maximize the tank. Let's see how it looks. Do the same for this one. Since they split it down one tank into 3, it's like I have already researched everything, because they became a tank before the pre-existing one, already existing one. There we have it. So that is what the Tier 3 Panzerkampfwagen 4 auf A of 4 looks like when it is maximized. You can see this like the gun on this tank, which is the 75mm KVK 37L24. Many letters and numbers there. This is like the silhouette. I don't know. It's a stamp of the Panzer 4 tanks. The type of the gun that it used with the metal. I don't know what it's actually. I believe it is like. Yeah, I have no idea. Anyhow, I believe it is to prevent the gun from touching into something, stuff in the tank and so on, so it doesn't get damaged. Here you have the long 75 on the Panzer 4 Tier 4, and here you have the maximum 4 with a long 75. A quick look on them all. See what gets improved by the new tiers as it is evolving. As always, hit points is always increased, so it increases all the way. Weight is increasing. Engine power, yeah, engine power is only increased until the Tier 4 Panzer 4, because the Tier 5 has the same engine. Let's see, this one uses the Maybach HL120, and this one uses, yeah, so it's the same engine. Speed limit is same for Tier 3 and 4, but the Tier 5 is heavier, so therefore it's 2 kilometers an hour slower. Traverse speed is excellent on the Tier 3 and 4, but gets slowed down a little bit on the Tier 5, since it's heavier. Hull armor isn't that great on the Tier 3 Panzer 4. 40mm all around is not much to brag about. It gets better on the Tier 3, but it's best, of course, on the Tier 5. 80mm at the front. Only though the front of the turret on the Panzer on the Tier 3 is quite good. So don't try to shoot it at the turret in the front. I believe it is like the gun mantlet. Maybe it is that part. I don't know. I can check it up on Tank Inspector. Standard shell damage is the same for all of them. Sounds odd. Standard shell damage. Let's do it like this. 83, 138. Yep, same. And the penetration is yeah, except the damage, the penetration is increasing. So from the Tier 3 to 4 to 5, the standard shell penetration is increasing by nearly, what the fuck is that, 50, 70, and then just 10, 9. Rate of fire is same for all of them. Turret traverse is the same. View range is increased only by 10 meters per tier, and signal range is the same for Tier 3 and 4, but the Tier 5 has a really good 710 meters. I'm not gonna show you the tanks in battle. Well, maybe I'm not, but not now because yeah, it's just a just a medium tank. It's just an add-on for the game. You all know how they roughly work in game because it's such a low tier. I mean, if it would be tier 8, 9, or 10, of course I would show you because not everyone gets up to the tier 8, 9, or 10 very easy. Many of you maybe haven't even got up to tier 5. I don't know. But yeah, so they added side skirts and 2 new tanks for the Germans and so on, and of course the new TV. And let's see over the what was it? No, they didn't add any more tanks, as I remember now. All I can show you now is the HD modeling. They were at M4. Right, it's gotta research all this. Skip over that lead because it's worthless. And let's see, the Russian T-54, where do we have it there? Right, I can go from, let's see here, let's T-43, there we have it. This is so annoying, just to have to do all this. Because it's a tester, you have the amount of money and experience and so on to research all the tanks and buy every one of them. But I mean, they could have just gave you every tank in the game when you log in. So you don't have to do all this. It's hard work, man. Hard work. So yeah, now let's see here. Medium tanks, all nations. Let's see. We have the first off. We can look at the Sherman. Updating. Come on. There you have it. I'm not going to say it looks bad, but it kinda does. Sure, it's HD. It looks amazing. I mean, look at all this. The new kind of, how I can say, paint, the new details all around, the new level of modeling and so on. It looks really amazing. You can see how the new like scratch of the paint has been working, and they have taken in mind that where do all the tankers walk and climb on the tanks to get in and off the hatches and so on. So you can see how here in front of the drivers, I believe it is, yeah, driver's hatch, there are these marks of where he have climbed up and down all the time, and same is here for the, I don't know, radio operator maybe, machine gunner. It is just really amazing. Let's see how the other turret looks like. Oh yeah, really sexy. And with the lights here, you can all now see how how the lights works as it's reflecting on the tank. All those details. And now let's see at the 75mm. It's too heavy. Oh, new tracks. The tracks doesn't change. So let's see now. There, a little longer barrel. That's it. Really amazing work there. Now let's look at the T-54. Wait, I'm gonna change back to Sherman. The thing I said didn't look so good. It's like it looks like it's made out of clay, or you know, mud, dirt, clay. It looks squishy or mushy, soft in general when with this kind of paint, light, and so on. Or it's just a kind of steel or iron they have been using to do the HD modeling. But now let's T-54. Here you have it, and look at that Moss gun. is it rifling or something like that? These inside the barrel to make the projectile spin, which increases the length of the shell to stay in the air at the same path. It doesn't slow down and loses its height as fast. Get the better tracks, because I'm going to change the turrets and so on. And these external fuel tanks are going to actually, what they have said, move in game, like when you're driving over a crest or something, or high speed, or going into something, or just generally driving around. These will move. You can see how the tracks is laid down now, because we're not driving. When we are and will be driving, it will lift a little bit, because it will be tensioned or stretched a little bit more. Individual suspension will be looking great on this tank, due to it has such big wheels, so it will be, or dishes, so it will be very noticeable. A little boxes here and there and so on. Same here, usage of the paint scheme of where the tankers have been climbing up and down of the tanks. Let's change the turret. Oh yeah, looks really great. I don't like this overhang of some tanks. It makes them look like they have been a failure of the modeling. On the right side it looks good. But on the left side, yeah, it kinda overhangs a little bit. It likes the English problem. It's like this part here that's supposed to I don't know, support the turret or protect it from the side and underneath, is a little bit too far ahead. Or I don't know if something wrong with the tank. But looks really good. And yeah, let's take that gun. One of the top guns. Great HD work there. I'm going to say this is going to make the competition between War Thunder and World of Tanks amazing. This is why we need competition from two big game makers and so on, companies. Because if we wouldn't have War Thunder, Ground Force and so on, or War Thunder at all, Gaijin, Wargaming could do whatever they would do. Could just say we won't do any new improvements. Let's stick with what we have, and as we can see, that the increases of players and money that we get. So yeah, let's stick what we have and let it be for like that for a year or two. But since War Thunder came in the square of gaming, the box or the world, more and more people are saying, going from World of Tanks to War Thunder, and calling World of Tanks crap and loving War Thunder. And someone is saying, some people are saying War Thunder is shit and World of Tanks is better, and so on. And the argument continues between these two games. But the game itself, it's not War Thunder versus World of Tanks. It's not. It's in that case War Thunder Ground Forces versus World of Tanks, or War Thunder Aviation versus World of Warplanes. So yeah, saying War Thunder is better than World of Tanks, it's like saying a complete game is better than one. It's like saying a complete brand of cars, like, I don't know, Saab is better than one version or one model of Volkswagen. Yeah. You get what I mean. Now, let's look at our sexy, magnificent Tiger. I know you guys have been waiting for this. Look at that. Yeah, of course, I have been getting in this one new camouflage and Swedish flags and so on, because I've been playing with it. The first thing I did with this one was to play with it on the test server. Just maximize the tanks and so on, just play with it. Looks really astonishing. But one thing that I do not like at all with it is this. Look inside that barrel and look, there is camouflage inside the barrel. The barrel looks amazing, and the tank also, and camouflage and patterns and everything looks great on tank. But when you have camouflage inside the barrel, yeah, I wouldn't say that is one of the best things ever. Hey, I don't know. But yeah, kind of dark in here to show you the tank. I would have actually wanted more lights in here so you can see all the details. But as you can see, there are some shells markers in the on the hull where people have, or enemies or people have been shooting with rifles and so on at it, machine guns. Where the crews have been walking around, as you can see, there's a bit of worn out there. A little dent here and there on the iron and the metal casting. Tracks look great. Dishes also looks really good. But sometimes I'm actually wondering if it is like a real. As you can see here, this tank goes up. It has a 3D modeling, the whole tank. It isn't like a 2D tank painted like in 3D. But sometimes I'm wondering if like that bullet hole there is, if that is 3D made or if it is 2D painted like in 3D. As that ricochet mark. If it is a 3D, which means that it should then have a little dip in it, and if you would take your hand, if you could in the game, and drag it over the surface, you will feel it. Or if it is a 2D modeling painted in 3D, and you would just not feel anything at all. It would just be a like what is it? What's the name? Illumination? No, not illumination. All right, you understand my point. So yeah, those were the new tanks, new HD rendering. But yeah, those 3 tanks were the only one who have got the HD rendering of the tanks, because if we do it like this, take out the King Tiger and look at the barrel, yeah, it's not round. So it may look a little bit better due to they have changed the more details, the different ways of lighting, the paint schemens, so on. But this is HD, not this. So yeah, going to leave it there, and since my internet is shit, I can't make 2 big videos to upload, because it took me, the last video upload took me 5.5 hours, so yeah, I gotta keep them short. But I will make some videos of the historical battle event, so that one is coming up. But till that time, take care of your channel and stay tuned for more freshly baked videos. But till that video, god damn it, I gotta work my ending. Take care, channel. Bye bye then.